What's going on, everybody? How you feeling? How you living? You already know who it is. It's your boy Jay, aka Big Daddy Beard, aka your favorite gamer's favorite gamer. And welcome back to another segment of Take a Walk with Me. For those that are new to this is a playlist on my channel that focuses on single player campaign related titles. One player style gaming only. Now keep in mind, as I'm streaming these titles, these are not full length walkthroughs nor demos. This is just me showcasing gameplay of all the digital titles that I have in my catalog, so keep that in mind. So, before we get started, as always, I specialize in custom art and graphic design. Work through my company, Apprentice Street Artist. For anybody who's looking to inquire about any art or graphic related work, you can hit me up. Also, do have merch available for anyone that's interested. You can take a look at my collection through Instagram, Discord, and also through my Street Artist merch shop, courtesy of Spreadshop. Click the link, shop around. Anything you guys want to purchase, you can get it printed and shipped out to you. Also, my community tab is open to anybody who wants to promote or advertise their channel or business related endeavor. Drop your link in the live chat while I'm streaming so I can moderate you and add you to the community, just as a token of appreciation for all the love and support you guys have been giving me. Also, you can add me as a friend through the following platforms: Discord, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, and Twitch. Also, make sure you guys check out episodes of my podcast, The Debate Table. Get ready for episode 21 of the Battle of the Beat series. That's going to be on Monday, November 13th, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so be on the lookout for that. Future episodes to come. Last but not least, if you guys want to donate to the channel or become a member, you can do so. Just know that it's optional. Still appreciate the love and support regardless whether you do or you don't. So with all that being said, let's get these links dropped and let's get it popping like we always do at this time. Mika D, what's going on? How you feeling? How you living? Welcome in. Appreciate you coming through. All right. The next Battle of the Beats link is pinned. All the other links are dropped. Let's get to it. So everybody that's coming in, welcome back to Movie Video Game Night. As you guys know, this is a segment that I put together that showcases all different types of interactive movies and television-based shows and series. It allows you guys to not only enjoy the game and watch it, but interact with it by making all of the decisions and choices through a majority rule. And it helps alter what's going to happen within the game from start to finish and possibly see what type of outcome we're going to get. Now, again, the outcome doesn't matter if it's good or bad. You know, the choices and decisions are all up to everybody that comes in and interacts and participates with it. So we're going to dive into this next one. This here is Vegas Tales. It's another one that I've come across in my recommendations. Looks pretty interesting, so we're going to dive into it. So everybody, welcome into the B.D.B.G.P theater. Grab your popcorn, grab your snacks, anything you want from the concession stand. It's free 99, not $3.99, free 99. FREE 99. You know how it goes. Hop in your recliner, pretty a room in the theater. Kick back. Let's get this feature presentation started. Let's get it.
Thank you for meeting with me. If this is your first visit to the Bellflower Casino Resort, I hope you're finding it a pleasant one. I've owned this place for over 30 years. Running the Bellflower has been my life's work. A life which is almost over. I have terminal cancer, and I've been fighting it for years, but my time is coming to an end. I've already come to terms with my condition, but it leaves me with a problem. I never found time to start a family, and I don't have any close friends. This hotel is all I have to leave to this world. It's my legacy, but I have no one to carry on that legacy once I'm gone. I need you to help me decide on the best person to inherit the Bellflower. I've made a list of 4 candidates, each of whom has a strong connection to this hotel. Unfortunately, I don't know any of them very well. I've invited them all here for the weekend under the guise that you want to do an interview with them for a book that you're writing about the hotel. Now, they're being paid a healthy stipend for their time, so you'll likely find them willing to answer any questions you may have. I want you to learn everything you can about them and report back to me if you discover anything relevant. Their names are Ashley, Mallory, Sarah, and the last one is a couple of newlyweds named Todd and Becca.
Is it me or does he resemble Barack Obama's little brother? I don't know why. He's definitely giving me like Obama vibes with like a splash of like Joe Clark, Morgan Freeman's character from Lean on Me. Classic. Classic. Definitely looks like he could be Obama's brother. Or he could be the new Obama running in for office. All right, so who should we ask about first? We got four choices to choose from. Tell me about Ashley. Tell me about Mallory. Tell me about Sarah, or tell me about the newlywed couple, Becca and Todd. So, for all the decisions and choices, just type in whatever choice with the number, and whatever the majority rule is, that's what we'll go ahead and choose. So, one for Ashley, two for Mallory, three for Sarah, or four for Becca and Todd. Hmm, it's an interesting one. I think I say four. Because sometimes when you have like couples take over, it's usually good because when one's not available, you got the other one there that can do their thing. So, all right. Oh, so we get to see who they are. So this is Ashley. Oh God. Yeah, I don't know about her. Mallory, what the hell? She looks traumatized. Like she's just been in every single horror movie you could think of. April Showers, what's going on? How you feeling? How you living? Welcome in. Appreciate you coming through. Oh God. Why the hell did they all look like those kids that grew up from The Shining? Well, I know it's just the two twins, but they all got that same look on their face and stuff, like on the tricycles and stuff in the middle of the hallway. Come play with us. Look like children of the corn, all grown up. Oh God. Todd is high as a kite, and Becca clearly is a prostitute. All right, who do y'all think? Who should we go with? Who should we kick things off with? Salaram Gamer, what's going on? How you feeling? How you living? Welcome, man. Appreciate you coming through. Ashley, Mallory, Sarah, or Becca and Ty? Which one? Which number? Y'all let me know. Type it in. Hmm. I don't know. They all look. They all look crazy. Let's see. Sarah's probably the best bet. Just after looking at all of them. Let's go with four. All right.
I barely know anything about those two. Their names are Becca and Todd. I met them today when they were checking in. They came to Las Vegas to get married, and this trip is also doubling as their honeymoon. Yeah, I know it must seem odd to consider leaving my estate to a couple I barely know, but honestly, I barely know any of the people I'm considering. I figure that if they're staying here for their wedding and their honeymoon, then they're going to have a very strong emotional connection to the Bellflower Hotel. Plus, it almost seems like fate that they happened to check in today while I'm trying to make this decision. I'm counting on you to ascertain whether or not they're good people worthy of consideration as heirs.
Hmm. The Adams family, right? I mean, I just think that's kind of weird that you would like give your whole entire estate to people that you don't even know. Like, would it make more sense to give it to like your employees or someone that you know that's worked for the company for years? Just randoms, just that because they stayed in the hotel and came to the casino. It's kind of weird. All right, who should we get more information about next? Ashley, Mallory, or Sarah? Let's see. Yeah, Ashley looks like the lead singer of a rock band that's still touring, doing shows, but it's just like the ultimate drunk behind the scenes. Yeah, she just looks like she get ready to say, "I see dead people." uh, he's there. What's good, my guy? You feeling? How you living? Welcome in. Appreciate you coming through. Everybody that's coming in, welcome to movie video game night. So this here is Vegas Tales. So we have several candidates that we need to figure out who would be the best to run the hotel for the operator. and manager of the hotel who is battling cancer. So we got to look through and see which of these people would be top candidate. Susie Morg, what's going on? Make a little shout out. How you feeling? How you living? Welcome in. Appreciate you coming through. Oh my God. Anybody know that rapper Logic? That's what this guy looks like, Todd. Oh my God, he looks like he just smoked some Pineapple Express. He is just like he don't even know who he is and where he is. He probably don't even realize he's married. All right, you said Sarah? Okay.
Sarah is the daughter of the Goodley family. She's been staying here with her parents on family vacations for years. That family is so wholesome that they make the Brady Bunch seem edgy. They're a welcome breath of fresh air here in Las Vegas, and I love the idea of someone with very strong moral values like Sarah taking over the hotel.
Okay. She seems like a top fit. All right. I guess let's do Ashley next.
Ashley is a magician. She's been holding her magic show here at the Bellflower since we added a theater during our last renovation. She's been here longer than any employee, and she's as financially tied to this place as anybody, aside from myself. She's a private person, so I don't know much about her personal life.
Hmm. You know, sometimes it be those ones that be just real private. You got to be careful for. Said you said Sarah, you might be right. Yeah, Sarah's the only one right now that just like for me, you know, I'm is giving me the best impression. Ashley, possibly. I'm just kind of wondering what she does in her private life, because that monetized legendary boy row. What's good, my guy? How you feeling? How you living? Welcome, man. Appreciate you coming through. Welcome to movie video game night. I love that avatar too. That's dope. I like that. Shout out to whoever designed that. That's dope. All right, let's go with Mallory.
Mallory is the unluckiest person I've ever met. She's also one of the nicest. I've never seen so much tragedy befall such an undeserving person. I unfairly gave her a hard time when we first met, but we get along well now. I gave her a complimentary stay here at the hotel to apologize, and she wouldn't stop talking about how much she loved it here. I think she might even like my hotel more than I do. Like the others on my list, I don't know very much about her.
This man don't know nothing about these people. Don't make no sense. Uh, if Ashley's invested in the hotel and she has a show there, yeah, I don't know about Ashley. Yeah, that profile pic is dope. I didn't even realize you had changed it. Yeah, I like that. It kind of looks like it reminds me of like the old school like comics that you see in like the Sunday papers. It's kind of fly. I like that. Yeah. All right. So who do y'all think? Who should we start with first? This is Ashley right here. Uh, Weirdo. She looks mean too. He said she's a magician. I don't know. We got Mallory. Uh, she looked like she just picked up the phone and heard that lady on the other end talking about some 7 days. Yeah. Looks like she just saw the little girl from the ring come out the TV and is about to like traumatize her. Then we got the children of the corn. I guess that's Sarah right there in the middle. She seems like that's my go-to. She's leaving the best impression, even though we haven't talked to them yet. These other two, I don't know. Well, I guess that's her family, but I don't know who the hell they are and what the hell is wrong with them. Why do they look like that? Why are they all sitting like that? It's weird. Especially the guy on the right. Like, what is your deal? You know. And the one on the left, she look like she got gas, and she trying her best not to let it out, like she's just holding it in. Appreciate the share out. And then we got, oh man, Becca and Todd. It's hard to believe they're a newlywed couple. Because he looks high and unemployed. All right, where should we begin? Should we What do y'all think? Ashley, Mallory, Sarah, or Becca and Todd? Who should we start with first? I don't even know. Kind of want to start with Mallory. What do y'all think? Y'all let me know. Which number? Actually, you know what? I kind of want to start with these two. Hmm. Yeah, let's start with Becca and Todd.
My name is Becca.
And I'm Todd.
We're from New York City.
All right.
Oh, I mean, I love New York. We have the best sports teams, the best nightclubs, the best restaurants. It's such an incredible place to live.
Even if I didn't have to live there for work, I don't think I could ever move.
Yeah, I mean, there are just so many things you can only get in New York you can't get anywhere else. You should really visit if you haven't been before.
There's this brony convention Todd goes to every year. I mean, even if we moved, he'd have to go back every year. No way he could miss it. It's all he talks about for a month leading up to it.
Shout out to New York, Brooklyn, Manhattan, stand up. Let's see. All right. So, the hell's a Bronny convention?
It's a convention for My Little Pony fans.
Yeah, it's not as bad as it sounds.
I mean, lots of adults go. Actually, it's almost entirely adults who go. I think the TV show is super sweet, but I've only been with Todd once. They don't really like girls going. I think it kind of messes with the whole bro part of brony.
What? The Bronny convention featuring My Little Pony. Okay. They're weird.
This is where Todd said we had to stay when we came to Vegas.
We're in town for our wedding.
Mm-hmm. We actually ran into the owner of the hotel while we were checking in, and he overheard us saying we were getting married, so he upgraded us to a big suite, which was such a nice surprise.
And he was even more surprised when he asked if we wanted to be interviewed for your book. I mean, this is certainly turning out to be a memorable trip.
I would hope it'd already be memorable, what with our wedding and all.
Oh, of course. It's a poor choice of words on my part. I wanted to get married in a church back home, but Becca wanted to do something original. Isn't that right, dear?
Yet we also couldn't afford a big wedding. You know, Todd's work has been a little slow lately.
Well, I'm an actor, and all actors have dry spells. Just part of the industry. Plus, Becca has a lot of debt, so we probably shouldn't be spending too much money right now.
Right now he's actually playing Elmo in Times Square. He takes his picture with tourists all day. He's so cute in the costume.
I'm not Elmo.
Legally, he is a generic red creature, but we all know who he's supposed to be.
Wow. The only other red creature I know outside of Elmo is Clifford and that red monster from Looney Tune that has like those all white Converses on. So he can't be talking about Clifford, so he must be talking about the red monster. Wow, she don't even know what her fiance does. That's funny. This man said an actor. Oh, we got to find out about this.
I think street performer is more of an appropriate term. He's never done any sort of stage acting.
But I do have some exciting things lined up. Actually, I'm going to be in an upcoming film in New York.
It's a role in an unpaid student film, but it's a great start.
It's a very promising student film. It's going to be seen by a lot of people, and the exposure is worth more than the money, believe me.
It's a film about campus safety. They say that new students are going to see it for years to come. I just wish Todd had booked a speaking part. He has the talent.
Oh, well, thank you, dear. Thank you.
I know, he's like, if you don't shut up and stop talking for me. He's like, I can speak for myself. She's just basically saying, oh, Todd's this and he's doing that. And he looking at her like, no, I don't. So he ain't really no actor. He's an aspiring actor.
Oh, I'm not a student. I just responded to an ad on the internet.
He actually dropped out of high school.
I wanted to focus on my career. Yeah, I was actually working for a cell phone company at the time, and it was a great job. I was making good money, and I wanted to move up, but they downsized, and a lot of us lost our jobs.
They laid off all the sign spinners at once, which was such a shame because Todd was so talented at it. We actually met when he was sign spinning on the corner at my apartment. He caught my eye right away.
Oh man. I don't know why they give me like a young Al and Peg Bundy from Married with Children. They give me that vibe. They're too funny.
Yeah, I took out a lot of student loans. I would have been more than happy going to an affordable law school, but Daddy insisted I go to Harvard if I wanted to work at the family firm. So I will probably be paying that off for years. I don't know why Todd puts up with me and all my baggage.
Don't.
Oh God.
Kennedy, Seymour, and Cartwright. Michael Kennedy is my father. Barbara Cartwright is my mother. It's not the biggest firm in New York, but we do all right.
She lying. Let's see. So many choices. Let's go with the church thing.
Todd's family is very religious, very devout.
Oh, I'm not as devout as the rest of them.
No, you're just being modest. He's the only boyfriend I've ever had who insisted on keeping his virginity until we get married. I mean, how impressive is that?
Damn. Spill his whole life story out. Dang. He's like, all right, like, that's enough. Dang. What's she gonna give out next? His Social Security? Damn.
Oh, it's not that big of a deal.
It's kind of a big deal. I've had to go over a year without it, so.
We've been together for 2 years, dear.
I checked someone off my list last year. We promised we wouldn't have to tell each other that. The baseball player.
Wait, what? Hold up.
You know that list every couple makes of people they're allowed to sleep with if they ever get the chance to without it being considered cheating?
Yeah, which isn't really fair because I don't sleep with anyone and she knows that. So.
Well, I've been trying to change that for the past 2 years.
I'm sorry, but I'm trying to get into heaven, so.
Really? Well, I've been trying to get him into heaven for the last 2 years with no luck.
Well, aren't you supposed to be only putting famous people on your list who you don't know?
Well, I didn't know him when I made the list. I just so happened to meet him a year later.
Convenient.
Besides, Todd put my sister on his list.
That was meant as a compliment alone, okay? She knows that I would never sleep with anyone besides Becca.
Yeah, my sister did not take it as a compliment. She's still kind of mad about it.
Uh-oh. Oh, that got spicy real quick.
My little sister Rachel, she's so competitive. It's kind of annoying. So I was kind of a prodigy in middle school, so I skipped a grade, and then she skipped 2 grades, and then I graduated 5th in my class at Harvard. So she graduated 4th. It's like her only goal in life is to be just marginally better than me at everything she does.
The two of them have been at it since they were very young. Everything is a competition between them.
Yeah, competition, I rarely win. But luckily she did not go into the legal field. She took the easy route. Medicine. I'm kidding. No, if she had joined the family firm, I'm sure she would have been made partner 2 years before me, despite being 2 years younger, but it's fine.
Wow.
So I had just moved out of my parents' house into my parents' apartment building, and I didn't really know my way around the area. So I was running late for a meeting, and when I went outside, I saw Todd spinning his little arrow sign on the corner. So I went up to him and asked for directions, and instead of just telling me where to go. He spun his sign all impressively and pointed in the right direction. That was like the cutest thing.
Well, she came back after a meeting and she asked for my number, and we went on our first date the next day, and I knew she was the one after our first date.
Mm-hmm. I knew it after the third.
Oh, did you?
Hey, lying? Lying their asses off. How the hell you know they're the one just after a date or two? The lies.
We streamed The Notebook at my place. All my past boyfriends had refused to watch it with me. Todd not only agreed, but he cried multiple times while watching it. I knew right then if he ever proposed to me, I'd have to say yes.
This is too funny.
My parents own a small apartment building on the Upper East Side. They let me live there rent-free. I just pay for utilities. Todd's gonna move in with me once we're married. Apricot's gonna have to move out, but it's totally gonna be worth it.
Who the hell is Apricot?
My puppy. Her name's Apricot. Unfortunately, Todd is severely allergic to dogs, so she can't be living with us. But I'm sure it won't be hard to find someone who wants to adopt an adorable little teacup Pomeranian. I'll miss her, though.
Oh, there were a lot of them. Am I right?
They were all so full of themselves. They were either rich or famous, or both rich and famous. The worst combination. That doesn't impress me.
They weren't as great as they sound, okay?
No, some were actually very cool. But I don't really talk to them anymore. Todd gets a little jealous when I do. But Todd hangs out with all of his ex-girlfriends, except Lily, of course. But, I'm not really worried about them. If he's not sleeping with me, he's definitely not sleeping with them, so...
That's what he wants you to think. Yeah, these two are funny.
I used to date this famous singer. I'm not going to name drop because that's gauche, but you definitely know who he is.
A lot of women have been with musicians, and to be honest with you, we all know that musicians are not one-woman men.
It was actually pretty serious between us. I mean, he asked me to move in with him. I met his parents. It was kind of the real deal.
Oh, well, I guess he was a good one, but I feel bad for her because he broke up with her.
Actually, I never told Todd this, but I was still with the singer when I met him. I didn't break up with the singer until we became official. It's crazy to think, if I hadn't met Todd when I did, I'd probably be married to the wrong person right now.
So, you cheated on him with me?
That's why I never told you this.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Lily, she was just the worst. I wasted 6 months of my life dating her, and that is all that needs to be said.
She used to physically abuse Todd. I'm so proud of him for breaking up with her. Even more for talking about it.
It's not really what she makes it sound like. She doesn't know the whole picture.
I mean, Todd could have easily defended himself. But the thing about Todd is he would never hit a woman. Ever.
Well, no real man ever would.
Especially Lily. I mean, I don't think I could hit a 95-pound elderly woman either.
Yeah.
Wow.
Seymour was an older man at the firm. He retired when I was very young. I didn't know him very well. Todd's proposal was the most unique one I ever had.
How many people have proposed to you before me?
You were the fourth. I told you this. Oh, the first guy was at the Eiffel Tower. Ugh, so cliche. Second guy did the whole, wedding ring at the bottom of a champagne flute at the 5-star restaurant on Valentine's Day. We've all seen it.
Yeah, these guys have no originality.
The third guy was the worst. He had the proposal up on the Jumbotron at a basketball game. Like, how was that supposed to impress me? He literally owned the basketball team. He could make it say anything he wanted. It's just, that sort of stuff, it doesn't go far with me.
And I guess I'm just the lucky one. What's the next question?
So, yeah, I'm about to say, how did he propose?
Okay, so Todd was helping me lose weight at the time.
She asked me to help.
And, you know, I'd asked this of other boyfriends before, and they always dismissed me. They were like, "Hun, you're perfect as you are." And I was like, I don't want you dismissing me. If something's important to me, I want my boyfriend to take it seriously,
Again,
too.
I was just trying to help. That's all I was.
Oh, he did more than that. He tracked my weight loss. He kept a log of everything I was eating. I mean, it was like having my own personal trainer at home.
Yeah, I mean, she laid out everything she wanted me to do. I just did what she asked me to.
And there was like this stubborn last few pounds I just could not seem to get off no matter what. So Todd told me he would marry me if I hit my target weight. And that was all the incentive I needed. I shed those last 3 pounds stat. I lost it so fast he didn't even have time to save up for the ring.
Well, I thought I was going to have more time.
I literally just didn't eat for 4 days. It was all the motivation I needed.
Really? Wow. That's funny. These two are shot out.
We just decided to skip the whole engagement ring thing and the wedding band thing. It's such an outdated concept. Plus, Todd thinks it's a waste of money.
Well, engagement rings are a scam. There's a great Adam Ruins Everything video about that.
Plus, I deal with a lot of high
Hey,
profile
what's
clients
good,
at
my
work,
guy? How you
so
feeling? How you
if
living?
I had a ring, it would have
Welcome,
to be
man.
huge,
Appreciate you coming
something
through.
that Todd couldn't afford, really. I know that
Welcome
sounds
to
shallow,
movie video game
but,
night.
you know, people really do judge you for the clarity and size of your diamonds, so it's best I just don't have one at all.
Fam, these two are funny, and we still got 3 other people to go through.
Our firm represents a number of well-known clientele. I'm not really at liberty to name names, but there's a few athletes and politicians who you might have heard of.
You know, I was actually an athlete. I was the star player on my high school football team. And I would have gone pro. Everyone would know my name, but I had a knee injury, so.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look at him. He would have totally made the NFL had it not been for the injury. I mean, once he kicked a 20-yard field goal in a high school game, like, that is extremely unheard of, from what I understand. I almost went pro in gymnastics, but that didn't work out for me either.
Yeah, right. I mean, he could be a field goal kicker. That's about it. Quarterback? Oh, no. I mean, he would get 1 sack and he'd be dead on injured reserve.
When I was very little, I trained under the famous Italian gymnastics coach, Sergio Endolini. My parents were convinced I was going to make it to the Olympics. I had the leotards
Stop.
and...
That's enough. Sergio Endolini isn't a real person, all right? We're not married. The only reason I said we were married is because I wanted to get a free room upgrade at the hotel.
As you can tell, he's a cheapskate.
Well, as you can tell, she is a hooker.
Okay, I'm not a hooker. I am a sex worker.
Oh, so
and we didn't even have sex because you were busy crying the whole time.
Not true, not true, not true.
No, it is kind of true. The only reason I'm still sitting next to this person is because I wanted to be paid for this book, so... And now, you've ruined it, so thank you.
I ruined it.
Yeah,
You're
did.
the one who made me look like a complete loser.
He kind of is.
You know what? I'm sorry for wasting your time. Goodbye.
Can I still get paid?
Oh, snap. I was waiting for the blackout moment. I was like, okay, it's a matter of time before he spazzed. Wow. Wow. Because I'm about to say they don't make the ideal couple. That's crazy. Becca and Todd aren't on their honeymoon. They lied to get a free room upgrade. Wow. 20 yards. Fam. Man, look. Oh. That was a power trip. All right. I don't even know who we should go with next. Ashley, Mallory, or Sarah Goodley. I still feel like Sarah is probably the best bet. She's got my pick between these 3. Wow. Becca and Tyler, they wild. You want to see tape. Oh man. Oh man. Who should we go with? 1 for Ashley, 2 for Mallory, or 3 for Sarah. What do y'all think? Oh man. As soon as he said it, he's like, "All right, stop. That's enough. That's enough." I was like, "Yep." I said, "I knew it. I knew it. Well, I knew it was coming." I didn't expect all of that though, cause she was straight playing him. 3. All right.
I'm Alice Goodley.
I'm Walter, and this is Sarah.
It's so nice to meet you.
We're from Utah.
Traumatized. What is wrong with them?
We are very lucky to live there. Our neighborhood is just dandy. But then again, I guess everybody says that about their hometowns.
We have friendly neighbors, a brand new school, and the best darn volunteer fire department you could ask for.
Well, it's not perfect, though. Crime has been on the rise lately.
Oh, that's true. Last Halloween, 2 houses got toilet paper.
A bunch of us pitched in, and we got those houses cleaned up by noon. Still, it was kind of disappointing to know that something like that could happen only a few blocks away.
Cleaning up all that toilet paper was really fun, though.
That's our Sarah, always looking on the bright side of any situation.
What the hell? There ain't no damn crime. That's just a prank. They said the crime went up. 2 houses got toilet paper. That's not a crime. Oh, oh my God. I got tears coming out my eyes. That's funny. That is funny as hell.
Being on the
Oh,
volunteer
snap.
fire department is considered a huge honor in our town.
There are too many volunteers every year, and they can only let in so many people, so it's very competitive.
Well, the exception is on Thanksgiving. During the parade, they make everyone in town an honorary member. It's a nice gesture, and everyone gets very excited about it.
We go all out for Thanksgiving.
We go all out for all holidays in general. You should visit on Independence Day. We have a top-notch fireworks show every year.
Oh, and don't forget about the Easter egg hunt. That's my favorite.
Are they gonna let her talk, or like, are they the ones applying for the position? I mean, my God.
You'd think the hunt was just about the kids, but it's just as much fun for us grown-ups, too. The night before the hunt, all the adults get together and spend a few hours hiding the eggs. The next day, all the kids spend a few hours looking for them. It's like the adults get to play, too.
Sarah takes hiding Easter eggs very seriously. Some of the places she finds to hide them are downright diabolical.
Well, I remember what it was like hunting for eggs as a kid. The best feeling was when you'd find an egg in a hard-to-find spot. If someone doesn't hide them in places like that, then the kids won't get a chance to feel like that.
Sarah never does anything without giving it her best effort. You should hear her music lessons.
Oh my God, they're like robots speaking for her. And clearly she has no life. She's that hyped up about an Easter egg hunt? Like, wow. Wow.
Sarah's learning to play the piano.
I'm not that good, but I'm trying really hard to get better.
Well, at the rate she's improving, though, she might be a famous musician by this time next year.
She's exaggerating. I wouldn't want to be famous anyway. Piano for me is just like a hobby, like your knitting or Daddy's gardening. When people get famous, they move to a big city so they can make lots of money. Once they've made all that money, they move to the place they really want to live. I already live in the best place I can imagine, so why would I leave in the first place?
She said Utah is lit. She said we out here in Utah. I ain't moving nowhere. She said Salt Lake City stand up. SLC.
I like to make sure my family's eating at least some natural organic food.
Everything is so processed these days, and you can really taste the difference when you eat fresh vegetables straight from the garden.
Daddy works really hard on his garden.
I don't consider it work. I enjoy it. Plus, it gives me a chance to spend time outside.
Adults are weird. They can do anything they want, but if they want to, I don't know, play in the yard, they won't do it unless they find an excuse.
I love Sarah's outlook on life.
Oh my god. Why is she acting like a 12-year-old? Like, aren't you supposed to be like a grown woman? She's really like it's like one of them Freaky Friday moments where you switch bodies. Like, where is the adult version of her? I'm just inquiring minds want to know.
I do crocheting and knitting. I make clothes and blankets that I donate to local homeless shelters.
We used to just donate money, but there are just too many people in need. There's never enough money to go around, and winters get very cold in Utah.
And since we're able to buy fabric in bulk, we're able to donate 5 or 6 times as many supplies as we could otherwise.
The hats she makes are really nice too. They're so much more comfortable than anything you can buy at a store.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you.
Whew. All three of them are weird. I'm just gonna say that. I mean, they somewhat still kind of got my vote, but this whole Children of the Corn vibe that they're giving off is just too weird. Like, these two are, it's like they're just speaking for her. Sarah loves music. Sarah loves Easter egg hunts. You know, we do. It's like, don't nobody care. We trying to get to know her and see if she's a perfect candidate or a qualified fit. And they just keep like, Sarah, she gives it her effort with everything she does. Like, shut the hell up, weirdos.
We love this hotel. We come here every year on vacation.
We take a lot of family vacations together. The only thing better than seeing the world is seeing the world together.
This is my favorite vacation we take. I love coming here to Vegas.
That is true. It's all she talks about for months leading up to the trip.
I do get pretty excited about our vacation time.
I take 2 weeks vacation from my dental practice each year so we can go on a family trip.
It's safe to say our Las Vegas trips are our favorite. This is our 3rd year in a row coming here.
Next year, I'll be old enough to go to the casino floor.
Sarah won't be 21 until next month.
Oh wow, so she's not even legal yet. How the hell is she gonna run a casino / hotel? And you know what? I'm not surprised by homeboy over here, him being a dentist. He has that Dr. Giggles type of vibe too. He just looks like the one that'd just be sitting there talking to you while he's just putting you through the most amount of pain. You get sitting there getting a root canal. He don't even give you no anesthetic or nothing to help you fall asleep. Just tearing the inside of your mouth up and stuff while just talking to you all casually. So you like to go fishing? Oh yeah, me too, and stuff like that. Yeah, you know, I love fishing by Lake Chinawaka, and just all the while you just like, man, like, where is the sleeping gas? This hurts. I'm in pain. What's wrong with you? Yeah. So, what do you think about those Chiefs this year? You know, you be that type of person. Just be. Oh.
My father and grandfather were both dentists. All the men in my family were. Well, except for my brother Stephen. It's a family tradition.
Stephen is quite the rebel. He lives by his own rules.
He's a pediatrician in Salt Lake City. That's clear across the state from us.
He only comes to visit a few times a year, usually on holidays.
We do drive up to Salt Lake City once in a while. My friend Linda lives there too, so we get to visit her and Stephen in one trip.
Yeah, Steven said, I ain't got time for you weirdos. Jeez, I had to rebel from y'all. Weirdos.
Our trips to Salt Lake City are one of the few things we have trouble agreeing on. There's just so much to do, and everybody wants to do something different.
I like to go to the zoo, Sarah likes the planetarium, and Walter likes the Natural History Museum.
We started playing a board game right before our trip. The winner gets to pick where we go.
Sarah usually wins, but she's very gracious when she does. Last time she won, she picked the zoo to make Alice happy.
I won twice in a row. I would have felt selfish if I picked the planetarium both times. Plus, we hadn't gone to the zoo in forever. It wouldn't have been fair.
Isn't she just the best?
Ain't nobody got time for that. Look, if I win, we go into the damn planetarium, all right? And look, you better get your game up. You want to go to the zoo? Get your game up and beat me. Hey, Sarah the goat out here. You don't want to sit there and you know, I went ahead and just picked the zoo for so-and-so. Man, look, nobody got time for all that. All fair in love and war. I won twice, damn it, we going to the planetarium. What you gonna do about it? Get your wins up.
Linda was my best friend back in high school. She was a bit of a troublemaker back then. To be honest, I was a bit of a rascal myself.
It's true. Alice and Linda were big mischief makers. Now, it may seem hard to believe now, but Alice was quite the prankster in her teenage years.
How come I've never heard about this before?
Well, I'm not very proud of some of the things I did, so I don't talk about them much.
Can you tell me about one of them? Please.
Okay. Every April Fool's Day, Linda and I would send someone a pizza they didn't order as a prank. We paid cash, so it couldn't be traced back to us. And we'd also tip the driver so they wouldn't get stiffed in the gratuity.
I hope none of those people were trying to lose weight. That could knock someone off their diet.
We were young and reckless. We didn't think about the consequences back then.
I understand. I certainly got into my fair share of trouble when I was younger.
Man, that's a prank. I wouldn't even be mad about that, especially if it's paid for. It's like, hey, look, I ain't feel like cooking anyway. Here, pass that. Give me that pizza. All right, thank you. It's a free 99 pizza. Hey, who am I to turn that down?
I've caused as much trouble as anyone. I was once suspended from school for smoking. Another time I got detention for a whole week for cutting class. I'm no angel.
In my day, we didn't pay for the pizza. We definitely did. Oh man, that man. What type of prank is that? Is that even a prank? You order, prank call, order pizza, have it sent to somebody, and you pay for it. What type of prank is that? You're basically just giving away free food. Okay. Okay.
I skipped study hall and snuck into the school gym. The principal caught me and I got a week's detention. It's really not a very interesting story.
Well, that's not the whole story, is it? You didn't mention why you went to the gym.
I was helping to set up a surprise party for the principal. His 25th anniversary at our school was coming up, so we had to do something for him. My study hall teacher knew and gave me permission to skip class, but I couldn't say that without ruining the surprise party. Still feel bad about lying to the principal.
Now, honey, lying is sometimes okay when it's to help the person you're lying to, like when we got you your glasses.
I know, Daddy, but it still feels wrong.
Oh God, that's not even nothing to even consider getting in trouble for. She made it sound like she was sneaking off to go meet a boy or something. Oh God.
One thing you should never do is stiff a service worker. Tips are most of their income.
I'm ashamed to admit I am guilty of that myself. There was a time where I didn't know you were supposed to tip housekeepers when you stayed at a hotel. I'd been traveling for years before I realized it. I have no idea how many housekeepers I stiffed without realizing it.
A lot of people aren't sure when they're supposed to tip and when they aren't. It's a big problem.
Well, I don't use a smartphone myself, but I hear one of the big problems these days is people don't know they're supposed to tip app orders.
I thought everyone knew that one.
All right, now if you feel bad, then take your old ass back to all them hotels that you stayed at and tip all of the housekeepers. It's crazy. Yeah, you're supposed to tip housekeepers. I used to work at a hotel. I used to be mad as hell cleaning out them rooms and stuff. Ain't leave no tip. Nah, never again. Never again.
We're a flip phone family.
I love flip phones. They're inexpensive, the battery lasts a full week, and they don't break when you drop them.
I like knowing Sarah has plenty of charge on her phone in case she needs a ride.
Well, you know, if I had a smartphone, I wouldn't have to bother you or Daddy when I need a ride. I could just use an app.
She's talking about those rideshare services. I just don't understand those. I mean, when I was growing up, we were taught never to talk to strangers on the internet and not to get into a car with a stranger. But now there's an app that literally lets you summon a stranger on the internet so you can get in their car. I don't understand why they're so popular.
I'm sure there's plenty of useful apps on those things, but everybody that I know that has a smartphone, they just text each other. I prefer having to call someone. It's more of a social interaction for me.
I can't argue that because, I mean, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, at least get smartphone with, you know, a couple upgrades. But I mean, I can't knock it though. The flip phones were pretty dope though. You know, they probably got them real old flip phones though, the ones that still got like Snake and old school Tetris on there. I mean, upgrade a little bit, get some color. Probably got the flip phones where you know you text somebody and the font be super big, taking up mad space. Now you don't got that many characters left. Anyone who provides a service. Yeah, that's true. That is true.
I was walking to my next class when a kid I didn't know dropped a pack of cigarettes. I instinctively picked them up for him, but just as I did, a teacher happened to see me holding them and sent me to the principal's office. I couldn't say they weren't mine without telling on the other kids, so I got suspended.
It worked out for the best. The kid eventually felt bad that Sarah was taking the blame for him and told the principal what really happened. Then he later became Sarah's first boyfriend.
Ooh. He said, I like you. You ain't a snitch.
It's not what it sounds like. A couple of girls at school were playing a prank on this kid, Tommy. He was really unpopular. They pretended he had a secret admirer and started passing him all these fake notes. They were just building up his hopes to crush them. Eventually, so many kids got in on the prank that nobody even knew where it started. I didn't want to see him get hurt, so I pretended I was the admirer and we dated for 2 months. He turned out to be a nice guy, but I was only 17 at the time and nowhere near ready for a boyfriend yet.
She lying.
Sarah used to babysit a little girl named Emily. She really looked up to Sarah. She always said she wanted to be just like her when she grew up.
One day, Emily had to get glasses, and she looked really cute, but she hated how they looked. She was super self-conscious about it, and she couldn't even stand to go to school anymore.
That's when Sarah came to me and asked if I could get her vision checked. She figured if she wore glasses too, then Emily wouldn't feel so bad about them anymore.
Daddy took me to get tested, but unfortunately my vision was 20/20.
I've never seen somebody so disappointed to have good vision. That's when I took Sarah to the mall to get her a pair of fake glasses.
Daddy's the best. I started wearing them whenever I was around Emily, and it worked like a charm. She started liking her own glasses almost immediately.
They dress every one of these situations down.
A few years ago, we heard that Las Vegas had undergone some changes and was very family-friendly now. Once we heard that, we just had to come check it out.
And we were not disappointed. There's a lot more to do here than just gambling and attending wild rock concerts. There's an aquarium, a history museum, and gondola rides.
We even found a soup kitchen that lets us volunteer every time we come here.
We do participate in some of the wilder activities, too. Last year, we toured the Pinball Hall of Fame. I figured we are in Vegas after all. We might as well get a little crazy while we're here.
What? Oh my god, like their ideas of getting into trouble and mischief are not even that bad. He made it seem like it was something severe. The pinball. Oh my god. They are too much like a sitcom family. Oh, nothing ever goes wrong. I remember these stories ending differently.
None of us gamble, but I don't understand why it has such a bad reputation.
I've never gambled before, but I do want to try it when I turn 21 next year.
I've tried it. Gambling isn't really for me, but it seems like an innocent enough pastime.
Yeah, I don't gamble either.
We've never been to a rock concert. We really should go sometime, though.
Walter wasn't the biggest fan of rock music for the longest time, but it was Sarah that convinced him to give it a try.
All the rock music I heard growing up just seemed so edgy. I figured it wasn't for me.
Daddy just hadn't listened to the right bands.
That's true, because I wasn't the biggest fan of rock music either, when all I ever heard were wild groups like the Beatles and Billy Joel. If Sarah hadn't shown me that there were less rowdy bands out there, I'd probably still be missing out.
It is amazing how much Sarah's changed our lives.
Man, they bugging. Love rock groups.
We all love doing charity work, but to be honest, Alice and I don't find nearly as much time as we should. Sarah, on the other hand, always finds the time.
She volunteers every week at an assisted living facility, a food bank, and an animal shelter. I wish I had her youthful energy.
Thank you. They're just being modest. They both do plenty.
When I was younger, I did what I could. Now all I really do is make the occasional donation.
What about when we went to the beach last summer?
That's true. We spent the day cleaning the beach, and we had a contest among ourselves to see who could collect the most trash bags worth of litter.
Daddy won by a full bag.
It doesn't matter who fills the most bags. What matters is doing our part for the environment.
Every piece of litter you pick up off the beach is one less piece that'll make it into the ocean. That's what Daddy always says.
You damn right. You tell them, Goodleys. That's what I'm talking about. Keep our beaches clean. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Good for them. Good Samaritans. Take notes, everybody. Take notes from the goofy-ass Goodleys. They're out here doing big things, making the world a better place.
I've been helping out at the shelter for over a year now. I love working with the animals.
We used to be part of the neighborhood pet patrol.
Whenever anyone in our town lost a pet, we'd post flyers and work the phones until that family had their missing member back.
I miss doing that.
We used to be part of the pet patrol, but it's handled online now. I hear it's very efficient, but we don't have the internet in our house, so we're not part of it
anymore. Sam, I hate you. I hate you.
Eleanor, I've learned so much from them.
They love having her there, too. They tell me all the time.
Walter and I thought we did our fair share of volunteering, but Sarah puts us to shame.
It really shouldn't count as work if it's fun to do.
Sarah used to only volunteer there once a month. She wanted to work more, but they didn't need the help.
True, but when Sarah wants something, she finds a way to make it happen.
While working there, I learned that a lot of the local homeless people were illiterate.
She talked them into letting her use their facility to hold a literacy class once a week.
It's every Friday night from 6 to 9. There wasn't a lot of attendance at first, but it's a pretty full class now. And I've made some good friends there, too.
It's the one night a week that I let Sarah stay out until 9:30 now. I don't want her coming home that late, but she's really making a difference in people's lives.
9:30 is late? God damn. Jesus. What type of curfew was that? Crazy.
Eleanor was a phone operator for most of her life. From what she says, there was a time when operators had to manually make phone calls go through. I can't even wrap my head around that.
I've known Eleanor for years. She organized the town's first bake sale, and she always had the best Christmas decorations every year when I was growing up.
Our town gets very into Christmas lights. Walking around and looking at all the decorated houses, it's a tradition for us.
I prefer driving around. It's a lot warmer.
Can't disagree with that. Sarah and I don't like the cold weather as much as Walter does.
Oh, I've always loved the winter. Playing outside in the snow is one of my favorite things growing up. I've made more than my fair share of snowmen.
I'm more of a summer girl.
Me too.
Yeah, thank y'all, because he's bugging. We don't do snow. I'm sorry. We don't do snow. Hell no.
Harold is the friendliest person you'll ever meet. He can go on for hours about the past.
He used to own the hardware store in town when I was a kid. They had a toy section that was only a few feet wide, but it felt like a full toy store to us kids.
You know, the way you're going on about the past makes you sound a little like Harold.
Well, I don't think I'm quite the storyteller Harold is. He really likes to go into detail.
That's true. He once told me a story about toilet paper that lasted for 20 minutes. It was a good story.
We've all heard that one. Harold likes to go on and on about how toilet paper rolls have gotten smaller and smaller over the years. So now you have to buy a 12-pack of toilet paper just to get the same amount of toilet paper that used to come in a 4-pack.
He has a point. I mean, if they still made them like they used to, my grocery trips would be a lot easier.
A 20-minute story about toilet paper? What the hell? These people clearly have nothing better to do. Oh, God. Dear Lord. HIA, what's good, my guy? How you feeling? How you living? Welcome, man. Appreciate you coming through. Welcome to Movie Video Game Night.
Walter likes the winter, but you will not catch me outside if there's snow on the ground.
We've never helped Daddy shovel snow once. We just stay inside with the heat cranked up.
Believe me, they more than make up for it in the summertime. I can't remember the last time I watered the lawn.
We do love finding excuses to work outside during the summer.
I'm starting a charity car wash. I already have a bunch of other girls signed up. We're starting on Memorial Day.
I love the car wash idea. There are always plenty of worthy charities that need the money.
Plus, it's a lot of fun. It's like getting to go to a water park for free.
I swear, like everything they say, I can't help but to laugh at it. I'm just like, hey, they are just too damn perfect. No flaws, nothing. Their lives are like a movie with no plot. Nothing bad happens. Like everything is just perfect, fine and dandy with them. Alan Colt, what's good, my guy? How you feeling? How you living? Welcome, man. Appreciate you coming through. Welcome to Movie Video Game Night.
I love water parks. One of my favorite things about living in Utah is that we have so many of them.
I'm a bit of a water slide enthusiast myself.
I'm not really into the water slides. My favorite part is the lazy river.
I think Sarah's favorite part is all the attention she gets from boys when she gets to wear her bathing suit.
That's nice too, but I've always loved water parks. My parents used to take me all the time when I was growing up.
My favorite ride is the one where you have to cross a bunch of lily pads while holding on to the rope.
Walter always makes it across, though. That defeats the purpose. You're supposed to fall in. What's the point of going to a water park if you're not going to get wet?
I like the challenge. It's hard to get across. Plus, my feet get wet.
I don't think he gets it.
That you notice how the mom just straight put her on blast, like, oh, the boys like her in her bathing suit. She's like, really? Why would you say that? Oh God, they're too funny right now.
My mom and dad live just a few blocks away from us, so I get to see them all the time.
Oh, did you think Sarah was our daughter? We get that a lot.
I just don't understand why so many people think we're related. I don't see the resemblance.
Yeah, Sarah and I aren't related, but we are married to the same daddy.
We met Sarah when she was 18 and fell in love right away. She became my second wife 6 months later.
Well, I could never live up to his first wife, though. Alice is amazing.
Oh, Sarah's just being modest. She is an incredible wife.
She's a crackerjack in the bedroom as well.
That's just because I had such a great teacher.
Oh, well, Sarah's the real teacher. Did you know that you could use your feet in the bedroom? We had never heard of such a thing, but Sarah showed us, and now, by golly, Walter can't get enough of it.
And don't forget the thing you do that Alice likes. I have no idea how she comes up with these things.
Well, I didn't invent them. I learned them on the internet.
Well, the internet doesn't seem that bad. Maybe we should think about getting a computer.
Can we, Daddy, please?
What? Yo! What the hell? Yeah. Rissa, what's going on? How you feeling? How you living? Welcome in. Appreciate you coming through. What? I wasn't expecting that. Nah. I ain't see that coming. Like, what the hell is going on? Wow. I'm sitting here like, okay, this is too good to be true. Hold up, it's got to be a catch. There it is. Wow. They are wild. Who would have known? Who would have known? As soon as he said, oh, she's a crackerjack in the bedroom, I said, oh, there it is. Hold up. Like that line Nate Dogg said on that song, next episode, hold up, wait. Oh, man. All right, we got 2 people left. This is crazy. Who should we choose, y'all? So basically, long story short, for all those coming in, the owner of this Bellflower Hotel and Casino, he is looking for someone to take over the business and the estate because he's terminally ill from cancer. So he's found a couple different people, which we're all interviewing right now, to see who's a possible qualified candidate and fit. The thing is he doesn't know these people. They are just like, people that either like have, worked for the hotel or, make frequent vacations and trips there. So he's trying to figure out who's a good fit. So it's up to us to kind of like interview each person and see which one is best qualified. I think it's kind of stupid that he would even try to select people that he doesn't even know, but hey, I guess that's Vegas for you, right? All right, this game is crazy. So we're down to two people. Make sure y'all, for those coming in, watch the replay once this up. This is crazy. So we got Ashley and we got Mallory. Who should we interview next between these two? One for Ashley or two for Mallory? Macy Jordan said, "Hey, what's going on? How you feeling? How you living? Welcome in. Appreciate you coming through." Yeah, I met you in Rose channel. Welcome to movie video game night. You said two? All right, yeah, this is the traumatized girl. Look like she's been in all the horror movies. Like she's not getting no sleep. Looks like one of Freddy Krueger's victims. All right, let's dive into Mallory.
What is there to say? I guess I'm a little bit down on my luck right now between jobs. I had 2 job interviews earlier this week, and I'm hoping to have more soon. I don't like to admit this usually, but it might be important for your book. I'm actually homeless currently. It might surprise you that I actually came from a fairly wealthy family. My dad was some sort of hotshot furniture salesman, and my mom was a cable TV installer. We actually owned our own house. It was double wide. But yeah, I guess I always thought I'd be a big success like my parents, and I guess it's just all right that they're not around anymore so that they don't have to see what my life has turned into. I didn't exactly meet their high expectations.
Okay. Time out. How the hell are you homeless dressed like this? You would not even be interviewed right now if you were homeless. She's well dressed. Looks like she showered everything. Like, okay. I need inquiring minds want to know.
I wasn't always homeless. Actually, when I was in Alabama, I had 3,000 square feet to myself. I felt like a wealthy land baron or something. But I didn't have a house on the land, but I did have a really nice tent at first. It was great. I lived there for a full year before I could save up for a house. Well, not a house. I actually bought an 8-foot by 10-foot shed that was fantastic. It was just as good as a house. Had a roof, 4 walls, a window, a door, everything I needed. I don't know why more people don't just live in sheds.
Yeah, we're doing good. We are just enjoying this movie game. Oh my god.
That was the nicest place I ever lived. Unfortunately, 2 weeks after I bought that shed, it was swallowed in a sinkhole. So there was really nothing left for me in Alabama. I decided to chase my childhood dream and move to Albuquerque.
You don't like Mallory?
Ever since I was a little girl, I wanted to move to a big city. You know, one of those places that musicians write songs about? A place like Albuquerque. When I finally moved to Albuquerque, it exceeded my expectations. All the glitz, all the glamour, it was incredible. And the best part was the people were really nice. It was great. I'd probably still be there today if it weren't for the puppy incident.
Okay. Um, of all places, she said Albuquerque. I can see if she said New York or Florida, Cali, you know. Albuquerque, though? Really? Uh, okay.
A little boy had lost his dog, and the entire community banded together to try to find it. Every business had some sort of poster in the window asking for people to find the dog, and I actually came across the dog, but unfortunately it was already dead, so I buried it. And then I wanted to do that thing that they do in TV shows where you replace one dead animal with a new alive animal that looks the same. So I went to every pet store in town until I found a dog that looked like the dog that I had buried that had died. I brought it to the little boy's family and they seemed so happy. It was great until about 2 weeks after that when I found out the truth. The little boy and his family weren't looking for a lost pet. Unfortunately, they were looking for a dog that had bitten the little boy. They wanted the dog to see if the dog had rabies. Since I didn't bring the correct dog back, they couldn't test the dog, and it turns out the dog that bit the little boy did have rabies. That's why he died. The story doesn't have a happy ending for the little boy, and I couldn't face the townspeople anymore, so I had to move out of Albuquerque.
Newbie, what's good, my guy? How you feeling? How you living? Welcome in. Appreciate you coming through. Is this a casting couch game? He said, I love her. Why? Why? Yeah, it's like, you gotta interview these people to figure out who's the best candidate to take over this hotel that the owner is passing down because he's dying from terminal cancer. And so far, all the people that we've interviewed are like crazy. The last interviewers, I thought they were going to be like the qualified fit until that crazy plot twist. I don't know if you saw this when I first started with fam. You got to go back and watch the replay. It's crazy. The first couple, oh my god, that was crazy. But the second one, the family, fam. That's all I'm gonna say, fam. And this girl right here, I'm just like, come on. It's just like, first off, like, how are you homeless? Nothing like right now, like her image and everything, the way she's dressed, nothing resembles her being homeless. Like she's got to be a pathological liar, like you guys said, a smiling liar. No, yeah, right, Marissa. Don't nobody sing about no damn Albuquerque. What? She said I wanted to move to bright lights in big city, Albuquerque. That's the first place you thought of. You ain't say Miami. You ain't say New York. You didn't say Philly. You didn't say like, you know, Vegas or you know, Los Angeles or none of the big places. You ain't say Texas and stuff. Even like Canada and stuff. She said Albuquerque, of all places. Right. This lady is such a fake. Yeah, she is. She definitely is. I never knew games like this existed. Yeah, there's a lot of these different movie games that I come across. So I have a whole playlist, newbie. If you get a chance, definitely check them out. Anybody else that hasn't got a chance to see my playlist, the movie video game night, definitely take a look at some of those titles. Very, very dope. You won't be disappointed. I'm talking about like some crazy, highly entertaining movies and like TV related shows too. All interactive as well. Oh, newbie. That link that I got pinned, that's my next Battle of the Beats episode. Let me drop it again. I'm actually going to be previewing your song for the pre-show, the song Blocked. So yeah, click the link for that so you can tune in. All right, let's see what we doing next. Oh yeah, his parents aren't around.
I've been an orphan almost my entire life. Yeah, my parents died in a fishing accident when I was really little. The only living relative I have is my Uncle Albert, but we don't really talk at all. He's been in and out of prison my whole life. My parents used to take me fishing on the southern coast of Alabama. I don't think we were supposed to be fishing at the spot they found, but there was never anybody around to tell us to leave, so we did it anyway. It was really nice, and almost like a real vacation. Anyway, we didn't have a real boat. We had just 3 of those floating pool chairs that we'd like paddle out and just sit there and fish. It was really relaxing. Anyway, one day my parents caught an undertow and the current pushed them out deep into the ocean. So luckily I managed to get to shore, but it took me a while to find anyone for help. The authorities searched and searched for them, but all they could find were their pool chairs, empty. It was really bad, but I was placed into the foster care system.
He said, homeless my ass. Exactly. I'm not buying that. Her being homeless? Yeah, right. I'm sorry, what? A fishing accident? I guess it was a big fish. Exactly. Everything. I don't believe a word she's saying right now. Squint, she's keeping true to sandals, though. No one lies about that. Alabama. That's the wife from You. Right. She could be one of those, like, characters off of, like, You. Because she's playing this really well right now. I'm not believing anything she's saying.
My Uncle Albert? Oh, he goes back to prison all the time. He's actually serving a life sentence, but he keeps escaping. I don't know how he keeps getting out, but the guards catch him and put him right back in. Albert is from the dark side of my family. We didn't like to associate with them very much growing up.
What? My man got a life sentence and keeps trying to escape. He said, this ain't for me. Oh, man.
We were always a little bit ashamed to be related to Albert's side of the family, to be honest. I mean, I know that I'm not some great success or anything like that, but at least I'm trying to better myself. Albert's mom was a lawyer, and his dad was a member of Congress for over a decade. It's like they didn't even try to have honest jobs.
Sound like my cousin. She makes up ish all the time. Right? I know that she's heavily involved in all of these stories. She gotta be. Gotta be.
I wasn't in the foster care system for very long. When I was 9, I was placed with a foster family, but unfortunately, my foster parents died the first night that I was with them. A burglar broke in and murdered them. My foster mom was able to call the police, but by the time they arrived, they were already dead. And the police couldn't find the burglar anywhere. The prosecutor on the case assumed that I had murdered my foster parents, and even accused me of killing my birth parents. So he got the judge to sign off that I was going to be tried as an adult instead of a child, even though I was only 9. Luckily, they did find the real killer, and it turns out he was just really good at hiding, and he was in a crawl space under the house. So, unfortunately, due to this legal loophole that in Alabama I was now considered legally an adult, so I was out of the foster care system and I had to find a job. So I worked in a coal mine. It wasn't the work I wanted to be doing, but it paid something. And then when I was 18, I moved out of Alabama.
Wow. He said she's the she's the lady they based Orphan on. Right. Right. That was a good ass movie too. Both movies too. Orphan was dope. They did such a good job with that. How is being in Congress not a decent job? I'd be a congresswoman this second if I could, right? She's low-key immortal. Man, she's wild.
I didn't have much money saved up, so I had to hop onto a train like they do in the movies. Only it wasn't exactly like how they do it in the movies because there were no big empty cars with those open sides that you could just hop right onto. The best I could find was a small platform that stuck out from the train a couple of inches. I was able to put my feet on that, and then there was a handle that I could cling to. I figured that I could just stay like that for an hour and then I'd be across state lines, but unfortunately, the train picked up a lot of speed and I was stuck clinging onto the train up until Detroit.
Yeah, this is not the 1970s where they just had them open cable cars. You could just jump and sit on there and just, ride all day and stuff like that. You got to pay like everybody else. Don't play that mess no more. Ain't no more free rides on these trains. She's bugged out. Says Satan's stepdaughter.
Well, I hadn't intended on going to Detroit, but since I was there, I decided to make the most out of it. I got a job as the mascot at a children's restaurant. It was kind of a cheap ripoff of Chuck E. Cheese. And I had a costume that wasn't so much a cute mouse as a scary rat. But luckily, the kids didn't seem to mind too much, but I was only there for a little bit anyway. The first time I got my paycheck, I went to the bank and I was still in my rat costume, and unfortunately, 2 bank robbers came in, also in costume. So when the police showed up, they assumed that I was with them and arrested me along with them. I was able to sort things out at the police station and I got off, but my picture in costume was already in the newspaper, so my boss didn't like seeing his mascot on the front page of the newspaper for bank robbery, so I got fired.
I'm still on the homeless part because for someone that's getting around and has a lot of jobs, how the hell are you homeless? She has the posture of a gargoyle. like those statues you see on the really high sky risers and stuff like that. Yeah. Oh my god. I'm trying to think. Who does she look like? Who does she remind me of? She reminds me of what's Justin Timberlake's wife? I see her. I see her face. Oh my god. Um. Oh man, what's her name? Um. Jessica Biel. She kind of looks like her in that Hulu television series where she played like the wife that was like the mass murderer. She kind of looks like that. She's definitely giving me that resemblance. Yeah, Jessica Biel. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what that show was called. It was a miniseries, and I meant to watch it too because I heard it was really good. Candy. That's what it's called. That's who she kind of. Well, I mean, no, she don't look like her, but I'm just saying, like with the hair pulled back and all of that, and the traumatized look. Just throw some glasses on her. She could definitely like resemble Jessica Biel's character in that show. No, she don't look like Jessica Biel, no, but like she kind of resembles her character. She looks like the making of a devil. Probably.
My first job interview was for a job selling jewelry. I didn't have any experience, so they said they couldn't hire me. My second job interview was at an adult video store. They needed someone to clean up those video booths after customers used them. I also didn't have any experience with this, but I really wanted the job, so I lied and said that I'd been doing it for 15 years already in 3 different cities. I thought for sure they were going to hire me, but for some reason they didn't. I guess that was karma telling me that I shouldn't have lied.
Yeah, I said the same thing. Oh, Jennifer Gardner. Yeah, she does kind of resemble her too. Just traumatized though. Her nose stabs her boyfriend in the face when she kisses him. Yeah, her nose do kind of like a dagger, don't it? Sharp like a prison shank. Newbie, you ain't right. You ain't right.
I used to work at the Bellflower as a professional gambler. That's actually how I met Mr. Davenport. His security guards thought that I was cheating, actually, so they brought me in for hours and hours of questioning. Thankfully, they looked through the security footage and saw that I was not cheating. They could have just kicked me out, but Mr. Davenport was so kind, and he actually put me in a room for a full week to make up for the trouble that had been caused. This is the nicest hotel I've ever been in.
I thought she was homeless. I'm still on that part. She's a part-time witch. Hey, one who kisses her turns into an ugly faced liar like her. Annalyn, what's going on? Megalo, shout out. How you feeling? How you living? Welcome, man. Appreciate you coming through. Welcome to movie video game night. I wonder if she's the one who actually is the life sentence and is the escape. That's what I'm thinking too, Marissa. I'm thinking the same thing too. Right? Exactly. She's a habitual line stepper. CDT, what's good, my guy? How you feeling? How you living? Welcome, man. Appreciate you coming through. Welcome to movie video game night.
Oh, that was the wildest thing. I actually ended up here in Vegas by accident, but while I was here, I figured I might as well try gambling. It turned out I was extremely bad at it, though, and I actually caught the eye of a wealthy man who asked me to be a professional gambler for him. So he would give me money to play craps, and then he would bet on me losing. And we actually made a great team, and he made a ton of money off me. But the casinos started noticing what was happening, and they started kicking us out. Mr. Davenport was the only one who was really nice about it, though.
I think she's an accomplice. Because she's giving me Ocean's 11 vibes. Or no, what's the one with all the females they did? What was it, Ocean's 8? I didn't even bother to watch it because it looked kind of whack. She seems like some type of accomplice. Is it me? Yeah, in Vegas by accident.
Well, I didn't mean to end up here, but I was on a bus on my way to Denver, and the bus stopped here, and I got off to use the bathroom, but I guess I took too long because when I came back out, the bus was gone, and it also had my luggage on it, so when I got here, all I had was the clothes on my back. But I'm glad it happened because I had a really good time here.
He said, I don't trust the bangs. Yeah, I don't trust it either. It's not even like symmetrical. Yeah. Yeah, she just got that I did it face. But then we'll try to tell you otherwise. Hold up. What the hell happened? Oh, let me find out. We were on to her and she said, oh, hold up. I'm gonna block the game. Come on. Wow. I don't know what happened. Wow. Are they serious? Yeah. Ah, that's crazy. Wow. We didn't get a chance to interview the other person either. A computer glitch right before Halloween is creepy. I know, right? Oh, man. Heck. I wanted to interview the other person. Oh my god. I hate when these games do this. I don't know. I'm watching, but I don't believe her. Yeah, me neither. What's going on, Tox? How you feeling? How you living? Welcome, man. Appreciate you coming through. She kills you, bro, mid-interview. Probably. Probably. That's weird that it would just stop like that. Like, all right. Well, I don't know what happened. It just blacked out. She must have been they must have been on to us. They must have known. we were getting in too deep. Yeah. Sorry about that. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but I mean, it looks like none of these people are qualified fits because they all clearly got like some type of dark, crazy past, or there's like a crazy plot twist. So, game's pretty interesting though. I definitely recommend checking it out. If you guys get a chance, kick back and watch the replay. Um, Not exactly sure what happened, but I mean, it is what it is. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Again, that's the link for the next Battle of the Beats episode. If you guys want to check that out, you can definitely do so. Again, big shout out to each and every one of y'all coming through. Said that nasty beat kid. She probably did. She said, "Oh, they're on to you. Take them out the picture. Take them out." Man, I hate when these games do this stuff, but it is what it is. But again, I hope you guys appreciate that. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, big shout out to each and every one of y'all. Be on the lookout. I still got more movie games to come, so stay tuned. Again, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, hit that notification bell. Anytime I go live, come through, kick your feet up, relax. My home is your home. You already know what it is. And remember the 4 beautiful things that make this world go round: peace, love, positivity, and prosperity always. So till next time, it's your boy signing off. Much love, peace, and I'm gone.